Let us pray. Creator God, we gather to share in the dream of abundant life for all. We gather to give and receive gifts of deep emotion, deep wisdom, and deep love. We gather to pray and to praise, to seek transformation and to celebrate the power of the Spirit moving among us. Please open our hearts and minds to the power of interconnectedness and lead us through reconciliation to wholeness among all your creation. Amen. I'd like to invite the children, anyone who's feeling a little childlike, to come and sit at the front with me for a second. Let me just grab one here. One of these babies. Oh, that's a good one. Okay. How's it going? Good. It's going good. Did you catch everything in the... Hello. Hello. Okay, wait up, stage me. All right. Fair enough. So did you catch all that? You catch all what that prayer was about that we just did?
I did not even read this.
No. It had lots of really big words in it. Interconnectedness and reconciliation and all sorts of abundant transformation. All sorts of big words. I'm sure everybody out here understood it though.
So
right?
Like portal?
Ooh, could be. Yeah. Really what it all comes down to is this.
A stone?
Yep.
Is it a magical stone?
A magical stone. Isn't every stone magical?
No.
This one's got a little bit of goober on it or something. I don't know. What is that? Yeah, there we go. Okay. Isn't every stone magical?
No. Yes.
Did you know in some places, some cultures, some like First Nations people, like the people who were here long before we were, stones are really important because stones they carry wisdom and story. So the stone has a story to tell. And in fact, there's actually even there's a story in the Bible about remember that story about Jesus going into Jerusalem on Palm Sunday and everyone's cheering him and everything, and because they're having a big parade and stuff, and some people don't like that they're having a big parade for Jesus, and they tell him that everybody should stop making noise and stop cheering him and everything, and he says, I could do that, but even then the stones would shout because they have a story to tell. And that's because stones are always there.
So they would be like...
They're always listening. Yeah. Right? They're always there. And they're really old. They're much older than anybody here. I'm not looking at anyone in particular. But they're old, and they've been around, and they've seen stuff. Again, not looking at anybody here.
So where are their eyes?
So where are their eyes? Where are their ears? They don't have any hands or feet either.
And where are their mouths?
But so all they do is just sit there.
But how do they move?
But they don't.
They have to move so that they can see everything.
But they can see just from where they're just there.
So do they have like supervision?
Could be. Could be. You never know, right? They're just there. Well, isn't that the thing about rocks though? They're just there. Right? This is a really nice one. It's obviously a river stone because it's had water running over it and it's nice and polished and stuff.
And people often pick stones.
But sometimes people pick them up and move them around, right? So their story changes. That's always cool. But they're just there. They're just there. This is a fascinating story so far, isn't it? Wait, it gets better because you're all rocks. You're all stone. You're all stoned is where I'm going with this. They certainly just got that. Yeah, they did. Sometimes you don't have to move around. Sometimes you don't have to be able to hear and see and do stuff. You don't have to be active all the time. Sometimes you just have to sit and listen and watch. Right? Because that's how you learn. That's how you take... When you're in school and stuff, right? You have to pay attention to what's going on. And in order to pay attention to what's going on, you kind of just have to listen or watch or just be there, right? And that's the cool thing about a stone. is that it's just there. And I think that's why some people think that stones hold story, is because they were there. This stone was here this morning. And this stone later on is going to tell all his stone friends about how ridiculous Robin's story was this morning. Because he suggested that everybody could learn a lot from being more like a stone and just sitting there and listening. Where did I get it? It's a magical stone. I got it out of that basket right behind me, where they just magically appeared, where they've been listening this whole time. Yeah, that's what's cool about a stone. That's why. And hold on to that stone for a second. Hold on, feel that stone. It feels kind of funny, doesn't it? It's kind of soft and it's kind of smooth. Can I see? You're getting your sweat onto it. That's great. Okay. Do you want to feel the stone? It's got her sweat on it. Don't hold it too tightly. Okay. That's cool, right? So, everybody's going to have a stone. But here's the thing that stones need to remind us. Stones need to remind us how important it is to listen and to see what's going on around you. To be part of what's going on around you. And sometimes in order to do that, you just have to sit and listen. You don't have to jump in all the time. You don't have to, like when somebody's telling you a story, you don't have to like just, oh yeah, that reminds me that. You just need to let them tell their story. Because it's really important that people get a chance to tell their story, because otherwise how will we know? Right? How will we know?
And stones are also evil because
right? They're good. Stones are good. Oh, okay. Sometimes you stub your toe on them. Okay. Yeah.
Sometimes they're pointy.
Yeah, and they're pointy. Yeah, and sometimes like they're hard to walk on.
People just throw them at you.
Oh, you don't want to throw stones. No. You want to hold on to them because they have story. Would you like this one? I have more. Don't throw it. I have more. Look, I have more. So today is the Sunday closest to what we call Aboriginal Day, which is a day that we celebrate all of the first people, the people who were first here in Canada, and this is part of their tradition too. That stones have a story to tell. So take a stone, any stone you like. And then we're going to go, we're going to hand these out during the next hymn, which is a very short hymn. We're going to hand them out to everybody, so it's going to have to go quick. Have you got a stone? Do you like this one? This one's nice. Yeah, you can keep it.
Yay.
And hold on to it. Take it home with you. Maybe Lori has a cool thing to do with them. Would you like a stone? Okay. Who's strong enough? Maybe Lori. Are you strong enough to hold that? Okay. You take that to everybody. Everybody make sure you get a stone, because you're going to need it later. Make sure you get a stone, and we'll sing the next hymn while they're doing that.